It's time now for the award-winning #1 local talk show in Northeast Pennsylvania, The Sam Lesante Show. Now here's your host, Sam Lesante.
Well, welcome to the Sam Lesante Show, folks. November 7th, very important day. Please get out and vote. You know, many people died to protect our freedom, and so take advantage and go and vote. City of Hazleton, you know, a lot of things are happening. We got a mayoral race and we have a city council race. City council is very important to government and see what's going on. Today, my guest is Nicarol Soto, and she certainly is no stranger to running for office. She's here today to tell us why she would like to become a council person on the City Council, Hazleton City Council. Nicarol, nice to see you.
Nice to meet you. Okay. Thank you for having me.
Everyone that I've interviewed, including the mayoral candidates and some other city council members, every one of them are very nice, okay? And everyone has a story to tell. And I think after people get a chance, it doesn't mean if you don't vote for the person that you don't like them. It means that, you know, the other person is more qualified. And so that's what I like about, you know, doing these shows, is brings information, okay? Maybe sometimes one candidate may not like what another candidate says, but they all have an opportunity of expressing what there's going on. Now, where are you from, incidentally?
I'm from Dominican Republic.
Yes.
And I've been here for, you know, a little bit now.
Yeah. How many years have you been here?
I came here back in 2004.
Oh, okay.
I was 15 years old, almost 16, and I've been here since then.
And you have two lovely children, right?
I'm engaged, and I have two babies, 6 and 3.
Well, with that being said, I mean, you know, you're young, you have a lot of things going for you, and, you know, why did you decide that you wanted to get into politics and particularly run for city council?
So everything started back in 2016. I was working for the presidential campaign as a volunteer. That took me to knock on doors, and I was just recently graduating from college, and I graduated from King's College. I went for a minor in political science and literature, and then I started working in the presidential campaign. Knocking on doors gave me the opportunity to get to know the community better. And even though you were campaigning for a presidential campaign, but you know, when you knock on doors and you talk to people, you get to know the community better, and you get to know the issues that affect our community at a local level. You get to know the streets, the people in the house, and they talk to you about the needs in our community. So that gave me the
incentive,
right, to the next year, 2017, then to run for office, and it's been a journey since then.
But what did you see then when you were going knocking on doors?
People would bring up topics like the crime, potholes in the street, and many other things, opportunities and lack of recreation for the youth, and that kind of topics. And that took me to move on and run for office.
Some of the Hazleton's a great town.
It is.
I mean,
I love Hazleton.
Yeah, I was born and raised in this area, and we had our station there for many, many years. The town always treated us well. We never had a problem, knock on wood, thank God. Great people. They worked hard all their lives, and they want to enjoy their lives.
Right.
Okay, and unfortunately, sometimes things happen, and some people don't respect the neighborhoods. They don't respect, the town, and that frustrates people. Okay, and I'm sure you're aware of that.
Right.
Okay, and so now looking at this election, whoever is the mayor, whoever the city council is, I hope they live up to what they're saying they're going to do. Okay?
Right, that's very important.
Yeah, I mean, words are wonderful, and you're on today. People get to see who Soto is.
Yeah.
And I think it's important. Looking at some of the issues that you will be looking at, or you are considering, community safety.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
It is my number one, priority. It's my priority to work on community safety because, as we can see, in the last couple months, we have seen shootings. We have seen so many different, the crime has raised in a way that we never seen before. And I think that we must protect our quality of life, and we must protect our youth and our kids. So I think it's very important to combat crime. And one of the things that I propose to combat crime is we have our police budget between the police and the firefighter department take 1/3 of our budget. So we're gonna keep increasing the numbers in the police department, but we have a population of almost 29,000 people in our city, and we only have about 50 police, if I'm not mistaken, right now. So it's not enough to combat the crime. So I think that we must, everybody in our community, if we love our community as we say we do, we must involve to combat crime. So I think that we should bring back programs like Watch Crime, so everybody can get involved. That would give the opportunity to the police to track it down, the crime in different sectors around the city, and target and isolate the crimes going in different areas. So I think those kind of programs we have to bring back. We have seen an increase on opioid usage in our area, and that's destroying our youth. So I think that we have to combat and attack and declare war. The drug dealers, they taking advantage of our youth and destroying the future men and women from this community, and we have to tackle that right away. And we have to bring back programs like CARE, to prevent drug usage and gangs, shootings. But I think everybody have to be involved in to combat crime.
In combating the bad people, many years ago, when I was growing up, being an Italian, my grandparents, my parents, my relatives, my friends, they worked hard, and they moved from Italy, come here. And some of the bad people who were Italians, who lived in New York, etc., wanted to run away and hide, and they would come into this area. What my grandparents would do is they would throw them out. They wouldn't harbor them. They didn't keep them in town. Because these Italians that were here had respect, and they didn't want any bad element around them, nor even if they were family. Okay. So when you're looking at harboring people, sometimes that could be a concern because maybe they're threatening families or whatever. Are you willing to address some of those concerns?
I think that probably back then you have a smaller population. Now we have way too big. And you probably have control over people that came in and went out of the city. I think as of right now, we don't. I think we lost control of.
Why do you think that happens?
Yeah, I think that there has been changes in our city government that doesn't allow. I mean, it's not that I want to control.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Everything, but I think that we should have more control of who comes in and who goes out.
Good idea.
I don't think landlords report who live in their house. They just worry about the money.
Yep.
And
the bad ones.
Yeah, and renting, and another thing is that we have so many property owners that live out the city, And that's one thing that you lose control of who they renting to,
Yes.
and if they report that to the appropriate department at the city. I think that we should gain that back, and that way we gonna gain control of who comes in and who goes out of the city. And
Excellent point.
And we need to.
Okay. Well, let's talk about fiscal responsibility.
So I think that we need to appropriate better. We need to be more clear when we budgeting, and we need to. They recently passed payroll tax, eliminating certain taxes for our community, and something that I have in mind. I mean, I don't know how they're implementing that ordinance very well, but I know that they eliminated 3 taxes in our city, and I think it put the responsibility on the people to report certain taxes. And if you are a seller, like if you're selling. If you work in sales, you have to register and report your sale. I think there are a lot of people out there who work and don't report their taxes, and I think that brings a deficit to the city, because there are a lot of people who are working, they get paid cash, and then that's a leak of taxes. I think that has to be, checked again. And I think that we have to appropriate better and invest in, what's priority for us.
Folks, I'm talking to Nicarol Soto. She is running for City Council in Hazleton. As you know, a lot of concerns, and takes a lot of determination. And once again, I must tell you, I applaud everyone who's running. We have as many people coming on the show, and we have some school board members coming on as well. In fact, we'll be running these shows up until election to give you the opportunity of knowing what they're all about. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the Sam Lesante Show, folks. Remember, 24/7, you can watch all of our local neighborhood shows. Thank you for making this show the #1 talk show in northeastern Pennsylvania. That's taken from the Susquehanna Polling and Research Company. They were voted the #1 research company, polling company in the United States. And we want to also tell you that we're very proud to be our media sponsor, the Standard Speaker, and also the Pottsville Republican. We appreciate that. Remember, pick up those papers and learn what's happening in our neighborhood. November 7th, very important day. It is a day, I know, which frustrates a lot of people. They feel that their vote doesn't count. Believe me, your vote does count. I would really urge you to vote November 7th. In the city of Hazleton, there's a mayoral race, a council race, etc. And on the council race, we have Nicarol Soto. She is on my show today. She's looking to be a council woman on the council. Now, first of all, it's nice to see you again. A pleasure meeting you too. Okay.
Thank you.
I don't get into Hazleton as often as I used to because I'm always working at home. Okay.
Very nice.
So to continue on, if you become a city council person, you're looking at improving public transportation. What do you want to do there?
So you say you're not much into Hazleton, and
not because I don't want to, just that I'm busy doing things.
But if you ever go, between peak hours, Hazleton is a mess with traffic.
Yeah.
It takes me from my job across town to pick up my mom from work about 20 minutes.
Oh boy.
In the morning, it takes me 8, maybe 7 minutes to drop her from when we leave to her job. So I think that we have such a massive increase in traffic, and we need to incentivize people to use public transportation more, and we need to make more routes so people can use more like public transportation. because our traffic, we have such a small city and our routes are very small. And we have massive increase in, traffic. And it's very uncomfortable.
That's going to be a major challenge.
And we have so many accidents every day. We have seen a very high increase in, accidents, car accidents, that maybe if we incentivize people to use more of the public transportation by increasing more of, routes in the city, maybe we can decrease traffic.
And
so I think that's a good option.
And I think that's a very good. Our public transit is second to none. They do a great job. Economic development.
Yes.
Your approach there.
Something that bothered me when I graduated from college was the lack of opportunity in the area, especially for young, person. Most of the people students, undergrads that graduate, they live here. They live to a different state, and that was almost my case after graduating from college. So I think that we have to bring more community development and more opportunities, more jobs to the area for young people and people who recently graduated from college. We have to bring more opportunities for them, more jobs to the area with skills. We have a lot of jobs in the area for unskilled people, and we have to bring more jobs to the area for skilled people with skill, people who are undergrads, and that will change the population. And that also is we have to retain people who graduate from college, and we need to stop bringing jobs to the area just for unskilled people. That is gonna help to decrease crime, I believe, is my belief, because we're gonna have more skills people living in the area. So I think that we must work on that.
Garbage transfer station concerns.
So we recently had, a proposed, or we still have a proposed transfer station downtown. I think that there are many, I don't know if you remember, but years ago, especially you, because you were right there in downtown, downtown was dead. And it was nothing like, probably when you were younger is what I heard. And we have a very big group of different nonprofits working very hard to bring downtown alive and to beautify our community. And I think it's very important to keep things like that, because I think the transfer station would destroy what they trying to do to beautify our downtown. And it might create jobs, but it's not worth it what we given in return to what we're gonna get. Another thing is our hospital. I think it's gonna put in danger our only hospital that we have in the city,
which is one of the best.
Right. So I think that we need to prioritize what we have. Another thing is gonna be right to the terrace. If you think about it, the terrace are the houses that pay more taxes into property taxes, and they contribute more into our property taxes towards our budget. So we need to protect the people that live there, and because they contribute a lot through their property taxes. So putting a transfer station next to their house is like, I take it very offensive. So we must protect our downtown, our hospital, and the people that contribute the most towards our budget through property taxes.
Okay, what about affordable housing?
We need to develop, and I know that we have such a massive increase and there is a high demand in property, and it's very, how should I say it? It's very uncomfortable because I've seen people coming from New York, and 10 years ago, we used to pay half of, what is, what we pay now for rent. And I think we need to bring developers to the area to build new townhouses. And I know there are projects like that right now, to make affordable houses, because the demand has increased, rent, and the living costs in the area is getting out of proportion. And, the jobs are the same pay, and it's very uncomfortable for, for families to keep up with, the cost of living.
So you do have some ideas about affordable housing then?
Well, I would support any idea of bringing affordable houses, bring projects to the area to help families, because not everybody can afford a $1,500 house,
Sure.
Especially single mothers. Nobody's thinking about them. And, like I said, most of the people that we have about 800 people who own houses, and they don't even live here.
Yeah.
They taking advantage of us, and I think that we have to do something. I know that as a city or the state government, they can't control rent. The power is on the landlord, but there has to be some type of something because we have so many out of the city landlords, and they taking advantage, and they doing this. Some of them are coming to the county, buying these houses, they fix it, and then, they rent double, and that's affecting us, the people that live here, because it's a business for them, but then we paying the price.
Exactly. What about cultural and recreational opportunities?
We have a very diverse population. We need to integrate, and I think the city government should work a little bit more into integrating our community, and that's one of the things, also that I'm running. I think that we have a massive Latino population, and I think it's time for our local government to be inclusive in the decision-making process and take in consideration, having a Latino in our government. It doesn't have to be me.
But you would like it to be you.
It would be my honor. But in everything, and that goes also to the school district and every local government. We need to integrate, because I think we would be more of a help, because we know the problems that face the Latino population, and we know the mindset, and I think that we would,
That's a good point.
Yeah, we would know how to address different issues. Yes. And what we're looking for is to contribute and to help, the Latino population.
That's an excellent point, Nicarol. That's an excellent point. I'm talking to Nicarol Soto, my friend. She's running for City Council, Hazleton. I applaud anyone who's running for office. It's a challenge. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the Sam Lesante Show, folks. Don't forget, please vote November 7th. Very important election. City Council in Hazleton is important. I'm talking to Nicarol Soto, who wants to be the next City Council person in City of Hazleton. So, Nicarol, let me ask you this. Why should people vote for Nicarol Soto for Hazleton City Council?
Well, my name is Nicarol Soto, and this is the 4th time I'm running for City Council. I've been very persistent. What I'm looking for is to help and contribute to improve the quality of life of our community through, my ideas. And if elected, I would work with my City Council members And the next elected mayor, whoever it is, I would work with them to improve and keep moving Hazleton forward. I love Hazleton. Hazleton is my city, where I have my kids, where I'm raising my kids, and what I want for them is the same that you want for your kids, if have any. And I just want a better quality of life for my kids and your family too.
Well, as I said, it's a challenge, and I applaud all of you. And I wish all of you the best of luck. I want to thank you for making an investment and letting people know who you are. As I said, sometimes you see a poster or a sign, and that's okay, but they don't get votes. What you just did today and letting people know what you stand for, that's what get to, now when they see your poster, oh, that's the girl who was on
Yes.
Sam Lesante show. So I think I got to applaud anyone who's running for office.
Yeah,
okay?
it takes a lot.
Yeah, and I wish the best for everybody, okay? But once again, it was nice seeing you, and I wish you the best.
Thank you so much for having me.
My friends, don't forget, November 7th, please vote. We have almost all the candidates on this show. You can watch us on YouTube. You can go to our website. All the shows are there to give you an education. Please become educated. Know who you're voting for because it affects your life. We'll see you next time.